Thank you for calling Health Direct. You're speaking with Morgan. May I start with your name, please?
Oh, I'd rather be anonymous.
No problem at all. How can I help?
Look, I've been trying to get in touch with the health ministers, but without any luck. Who am I actually speaking to? Is this the Corona hotline, is it?
Yes, we're Health Direct, but we're taking inquiries as a general coronavirus helpline.
Okay, cool. Look, I'm here as a concerned citizen, obviously. I'm willing here to put myself up for testing for this coronavirus. If you're not sure what I mean, I can explain it simply and briefly as I can. Can I?
Sure.
Okay, look, what I want is I'm a healthy guy. I'm in my early 60s. I don't have any symptoms, whatever. I want to get tested by someone, whoever. I know that your testing is what you stick 1 or 2 swabs in each nostril. Is that how it works? One swab.
Yeah, that's my understanding of the process.
Okay, 1 in each. Okay. I want to get tested. But because I'm risking my life here, I want strict adherence to protocols. When I have these swabs stuck in my nose, I actually want me and those swabs to be taken together, so I know that they're not going to be mishandled, whatever, to wherever this testing lab is that you do the testing on.
Okay.
And I actually want to see this process. Sorry? Yeah,
I'm sorry to cut you off there. It's just if you're wanting to get tested and you're asymptomatic, you'd need to go through a GP referral. States and territories, they're testing people with cough, sore throat, running nose, etc. But if you're asymptomatic and wanting to get tested, you do need to see a GP, and you've got to arrange that way.
Yeah, look, I'm doing this as a courtesy to the government. Don't worry about.
Sure, I'm just.
Yeah, okay, but if you let me finish I'd like to see how they actually test and how they come up with the results.
Yeah, certainly. You need to arrange the test through your GP.
Okay, I'll do that, but let me finish if you don't mind. So if they tell me which 100% I should be negative, because the figures right now show that 1.4 million tested, 0.5% are tested positive, and these are people who mostly got symptoms. But like I said, I'm clearly no symptoms. So if I test,
if you don't have any symptoms, you need to go through your GP to get tested. The GP can give you more information.
Understand?
We're an information line. We're very busy at the moment, and this is not an inquiry that I can help with.
Oh, okay. So look, what I was going to say is, if then I can come back, and then you can put me with anyone out of the 22 people in hospital that are supposedly suffering coronavirus.
I'm sorry, I really can't help with your inquiry.
And I'll go 2 feet away from them for 6 hours.
No, I'm happy to help, but otherwise.
Because the social distancing has never been proven. I'll be there for 4 hours, and I'll risk my life. But yeah, okay, goodbye. So obviously, I didn't get to say what I wanted to say, but fuck it. I'll tell you exactly what I was going to say. This guy or anyone, like I said at the start, I couldn't get in touch with any health minister, either federal or state, but as you heard there, I want to get tested, and obviously I'm going to test negative. If I did test positive, well, there's something fucking desperately wrong with their system, because there's no way known I'm going to be testing positive, even though we all have coronavirus. What I was going to say is, okay, I've tested negative. Then I want you to put me in contact with someone that has tested positive. And like I said, social distancing has never, ever, ever been tested. It is a fucking joke. It is a scam. It is a scam that's fooled the world. So they're telling us we have to be 6 feet apart. If you're any closer than that for 10, 20 minutes, you're likely to catch coronavirus from someone that's positive. So what I was going to say, okay, I'm willing not only to be with a person that's just tested positive, I am willing to go into a hospital. There's 22 supposed COVID patients in a hospital here in Australia. I'm willing to sit next to them, not 6 feet away, not 5, 4, 3, but 2 feet away. And not for 10, 20 minutes, not 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. hours. I will sit there for 5 hours. But of course, as long as they don't have other underlying health conditions, because it's all about the coronavirus. I don't want to catch pneumonia or whatever else they might have. I just want to be tested for coronavirus next to someone that's positive. So, if I walk the streets, I have to, be careful 6 feet away. But here I am, 2 feet away for 5 hours. Yes, they can breathe all over me. Yes, they can put their hands on my face, my nose, my mouth, my eyes. Yes, if they're a good-looking female, they can even kiss me. I'm prepared to do that for 5 hours. Okay? So by rights, 5 hours, 2 feet away from someone that's in hospital with a bad case of coronavirus, I should test positive. Okay? So then, let's test again. Let's get this batch of swabs, because for sure I'm going to have a whole bunch of swabs together with me all the time, so they can't fiddle around and put whatever they want on these swabs. So from this batch of swabs, test me again. Then let's go to the lab, supposed lab where they do this testing. And as I failed to mention before, they can amplify the testing whatever they like. So I'm going to get a reading from the first testing, and I'm going to do the same testing again with the exact same amplification. So they can't pump it up to say, yeah, you've got coronavirus now. So let's do that testing, and in front of my eyes, I want to see what comes up. What will come up are 3 things. 1, I'm tested positive, which should happen according to their, theories. They're experts, medical experts. I should surely be tested positive. Being next to someone that's very, very sick with coronavirus for 5 hours, 2 feet away, touching, kissing, whatever. I'm going to be positive and I'm going to die. That's the risk I'm going to take. That is the risk I will take. I will risk my life to do this. The second thing that might happen, I'll test positive, but I'm going to feel exactly the same now after all this as I was in the beginning. So it has affected me not one single bit, which proves that the whole thing is a fucking scam. It's a scam. Even though I'm positive, it means nothing. It's nothing, as we know. It's just another common cold. That was option 2. Option 3 is I test negative. If I test negative, after going through all that, well, let's just start here. Let's just get every single politician that has mentioned COVID-19 or coronavirus to resign. Stand down, quit politics immediately. Every health minister, every premier, every prime minister, everyone that's in this scam who has spoken about this being a pandemic, resign immediately, and I'll get back to them. Everyone in the mainstream media, they know who they are. The ones spreading the fear. We know the names. Every one of them should lose their licenses immediately. Now, this is the big one. All these people should be charged for murder. Charged for murder, plus other charges. But the main one is murder. For those people who in the last, 2.5 months, have been locked away. Those who have committed suicide. Those who have had mental problems. Those with family disputes, fights. All the deaths that we're not hearing about that are happening. Every one of these politicians and media, not only media, those involved in the health system, it goes on and on. All should be tried for murder. Not only that, anyone from now on that mentions the word COVID-19 or coronavirus, $1,652 fine. That goes into a pool, into a fund, a charity fund, to go to a charity of whoever's choice. At the mention of those 2 words. Never to be heard again. This is if I test negative after going through all that. Because we are all being told to stay inside and don't go near anyone with this ridiculous social distancing. And if I can be next to someone for 5 hours, a few feet away, breathing together, touching, and if I test negative after that, there is something definitely wrong. Something definitely wrong, and it means we have been fooled. We have been sold. We have been sold the lie, and I ain't buying it.